People who've accidentally unalived another human. What's your story? I was involved in a tragic accident in college, and his wife showed me unexpected kindness. It was just another night in college. I was driving back home after grabbing some supplies for a party my fraternity was planning. The road was familiar, well lit by street lamps. For just a second, I glanced at the radio, and when I looked back, it was already too late. There he was, a man crossing the street. I didn't even have time to react. He made contact with my car and was propelled to the side. I hit the brakes and screamed. For a fleeting moment, I thought about driving away, but I couldn't. I pulled over, jumped out, and ran to check on him. His family stood outside the restaurant he'd just left. Their voices were filled with distress. He lay on the ground, visibly injured. Strangers tried to assist him while someone called for help. All I could manage was, I didn't see him. Over and over, as the weight of what I'd experienced settled in. I sat on the curb, listening to his family's anguish while the responders arrived. And then, his wife, a woman who'd just lost her husband, came and sat next to me. She put a hand on my shoulder and said, I was married to him for almost 50 years. We had a good life. Then she embraced me and whispered, I understand. It was determined to be an unfortunate incident, but that didn't make it any easier. I spiraled. I turned to alcohol too much, left college in my senior year, and moved back in with my parents. At my lowest, I felt overwhelmed and lost hope. But somehow, I began to find my way back. I joined the Navy, traveled the world, and started piecing my life together again. It took almost a decade, but I'm back in college now, trying to finish what I started. And even though I'll never forget that night or the man I was involved with, I'm learning to live again. His wife's understanding is the only reason I'm still here.